Hello, every pony, Blue Devil, Red Devil here, and today we're playing Farming Simulator. I don't know where I was going with that. All right, yeah, we're back at this game, doing this again, again. And I have stuff to talk about. I'm not half asleep like I was last time. Which, yes, I did fall asleep at some point in the recording. I had to cut out like a 2-minute segment of the truck literally. I wasn't hired. I drove into something and it wasn't moving. Literally, I must have just fell asleep while holding down the trigger. Oh, well, I did not add that to the video because, no. Well, yeah. Because no, I am tired, but not as tired as I was before. So what I have to talk about is these dumb Karens from Australia and the UK who are attacking, maybe even in the EU. They're attacking the credit card companies and Steam at the moment, and trying to get them to do what they want to. And at the moment, unfortunately, it is starting to work. So what it is these people are saying that it's too easy for children to gain access to stuff they should not be seeing. And they want, pretty much they're telling the credit card companies, and both Visa and Master are both falling for this, which is asinine. Pretty much, if you use your credit card or debit card in order to purchase something that they deem risky, they will not allow you to purchase it. Or they will ban you from buying from certain sites because it is so-called risky. Most of you will know I do a lot of stuff in VR chat. I play a lot of VR chat. Well, this argument and this conversation has been going around VR chat for days on end now. Pretty much because, especially in the furry community, anything to do with furries is considered bestiality now, based on Visa. So you can't buy anything to do with furries, especially with VR. But Gumroad, which is a big platform, you buy a lot of VR avatars, have pretty much agreed with them and said no. God damn it. A lot of people of late has just lost their jobs. A game that I've been looking forward to buy has been removed from Steam. It's called Mouthwash. And it has nothing, it doesn't, it's a social psychological horror game is what it is. And it's been removed from Steam. But at the end of the day, Five Nights at Freddy is the same thing. So sooner or later, as you youngsters like it, like FNAF could be targeted next. And I'm with Admin Gold on this when he was watching a video when they were talking about it. One of the reasons why a woman in the UK is agreeing with this and working with them, because she's also working with another group in the UK for face recognition and other stuff, is because she failed as a parent, to be honest. My audio high. Hold on. No. Why am I so loud then? Cat, did you walk across my thing again? No. Alright. I might just have to keep my microphone a bit farther away from my face than I usually do. Because for some reason I am loud today. Let me just turn down my microphone boost to 45. Maybe that helps. But either way. So put it in the shortest term possible. Her son got a hold of the internet, was on the internet. He is underage and somehow got, because you know, he probably didn't put any potential controls on the internet for her household. Because, you know, that is your responsibility, not the internet's responsibility. Her son somehow found not safe for work stuff on women. And then that somehow messed him up to the point where he took his own life. It is sad that that has happened, but at the same time, that speaks volume on you. Your son was going through something and you weren't there for him. That's no one else's fault besides you. Anytime a kid is going through something, if it comes to a taking their own life or going to school and doing unspeakable things, that is on the parent. The parent is responsible for your kid being grown up and teaching them stuff, preparing them for the world. If stuff like that happens, it's because you, the parent, has fucked up some way, shape, or form. And trust me, I know what I'm talking about because stuff has happened in my family and I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't have kids, but I have seen it time and time again in my own family. Parents are not preparing their kids for the life outside of a home. And somehow it's everyone else's responsibility to deal with that. It's not your fault that the kid has issues. When you can look at some of the most diabolical people out there in the world, most of their problems can be really traced back to family problems or childhood trauma. Hell, the biggest name there, and I'm not going with Hitler because that's a low blow there. Genghis Khan. He wouldn't have been the absolute ruler that he was if it wasn't for his family being slaughtered in front of his eyes, and him and his brother, friend, I don't remember, running off into the woods to hide, and then being betrayed by that friend, brother. I don't remember. I had to reread the history books on him, but it's something like that. Because his mother was supposed to be handed off to another person, but his mother refused, so the entire village was slaughtered because of it. And he was one of the people that were responsible for, even at a young age, help to defend the village. But he was so weak that he couldn't do anything, so he fled. And that traumatized him to no end, to the point where when he came back out of the woods a few years later, apparently he was fucking what he was when he conquered most of fucking Eurasia steppe. Well, yeah. As what's his name? Not Eli. Brandon Herrera. As he said, history is filled with people that have conquered the world out of such spite. Spite and anger. That's it, pretty much. I'm starting to get off topic, but still. The whole thing with if children are having issues, it's the parents' responsibility to fix them. To a certain degree, though. Once the kid is of age and out of the house, it's not the parents' responsibility anymore. But until the kid is of age, god damn it. It is the parents' responsibility. And if kids are having issues with all this stuff, it's still the parents' responsibility to block the internet from their children. It's not the internet's responsibility to block itself from them. Because the internet's not a person, it's not a thing, it's an entity. And it's not a living or breathing entity. It got no control over itself. It's you, the parents, who watch stuff like this. I am not meant for children. I will mark my stuff not for children. Because I am going to talk and say stuff that children under a certain age should never hear. God damn it. Stop doing that. I'm a New Yorker, I'm an Irishman, and I'm from the backwoods. I don't care what comes out of my mouth. It's like if my channel gets taken down because I say things that the rest of the world don't agree with, I don't fucking care. I can just go back to doing farm work again. Heck, it'll save me a hell of a fucking time dealing with life if I didn't have this. But I'm doing this out of just sheer boredom because I had nothing else to do. But at the same time, I don't care if I lose it. Because, you know, life is that. Life is unpredictable. Don't whine and cry, you just deal with it. thought I was driving. I don't know. The whole thing is annoying me, especially when it comes to a company that all they do is print out a piece of plastic, hand it to you, and you're supposed to be able to use that to purchase with your money anything you want. A company like that shouldn't be responsible for what you buy. They should just shut up and deal with your money. Damn it. Oh, it's just annoying to me. These people are blaming stuff that they should not be blaming. That it's out of other people's control that this is happening. The whole thing is just stupid. There's people going, oh, it's too easy for children. Yeah, you know, there's a thing on every computer that say, hey, block anything that's rated to this. And the internet usually has most stuff rated because it's supposed to. By law, it has to have stuff rated. So if you go on your computer, go, hey, don't show this stuff, it won't show it. It's only the illegal websites that don't have the stuff listed properly. But no, most parents would rather just stick their kids in front of an iPhone and expect them to become proper people. Well, that's how that working out. I can talk about this stuff all I feel like it because I've been around the internet. I have been around games. I know what the hell I'm talking about. And I know once I have kids, I know how to deal with it. The problem is, even though the internet's been around for some time now, the parents that grew up with the internet starting off seem to be completely oblivious, even though they were taught in school how to deal with this stuff. And it just really annoys the shit out of me. But how stupid these parents are. Well, off. Okay. One hour. Whatever. Just let it lapse. We got plenty of stuff. We can always just go with the next thing. So I looked over everything. So if I wanted to buy 100 of every animal, right now it will go to something like I was thinking it was like 37 3,700,000. Yeah, 370,000 is what I mean. So that's my plan, is to try to get enough to where I can get 100 of each of the animals. Right now I have 7 chickens, 25 sheep, and 20 cows. I want to upgrade it to having 100 of each. Speaking of internet games and children, parents, you know how movies have a PG, R rating and stuff? Games have it too. Fucking learn them and fucking pay attention to them. And pay attention to what games your fucking kids are playing. Some of the games they are playing are not rated for them, even though they have access to them. Like the game I play, VR Chat. You're not supposed to be under 13 while playing it. And 13 is a little too fucking young for me, to be honest. Especially when they can mix up with... I'm 35, by the way. But I am also religious. I will never touch anyone. I'd rather blow my own brains out before I touch children. But the amount of times I hear people talking to children and pretty much almost the same as grooming them on VR Chat is insane. But you know why? Because parents are not fucking paying attention. Parents of these children need to fucking pay attention to what the hell their kids are up to. Just like, I don't think most people understand this. Fortnite is for teens. Even though it's rated E, it's still a gun shooting game. It should be rated teen. But it's rated E for everyone because I don't even know. Hold on, let me see. What is Fortnite EB rating? No, it's rated T for teens. Meaning 13 and older. But yet, I know for a fact there are children on that game. There are 2 years old playing it because there's videos of 2 years old playing it. And guess what? You can hear teenagers and adults yelling, swearing at each other on there. Just like in COD back in the day. Parents, step up, do your job, and if stuff is happening, either talk to your children about it, tell them not to get involved with certain things, or try to avoid it. And if someone is sitting there yelling at your kids, swearing at them, grab the headphones from your kids and tell them, hey, this is a child. Act an adult. And if they yell back, remove your kid from the instance that they are in. From the game lobby they're in. Move them to another one. When kids are, for me, if your kid is 16 or under, when they're playing a game, you, the parent, needs to be there when it's an online game. If it's an offline, rated E for everyone game, it is fine to let your kid play it. But if it's a rated T, and it's an online player, and your kid, even if it's rated E, if it's an online game, sit there with your kid, play it with them, or even just sit there and watch and listen. You'll be surprised on how much stupid shit will happen. Should there be regulations on it? No. Why? Because if you put too many regulations on certain stuff, it don't become fun anymore. Most of us that grew up in the 90s and early 2000s know this very well. Because by the time 2005 came around, there was so many regulations on so many different stuff, it became unfun to do anything. All the stuff the 80s, 90s, and early 2000 people were able to get away with was starting to get sealed and blocked from us from doing it. Only thing that broke the mold was a few years later with YouTube hitting the scene. YouTube is that one thing that broke the mold. But now Google, an entity that don't care about you at all, is controlling YouTube. And it's started making the problem even worse again. Trust me, YouTube is not fixing the problem. It's making it worse. YouTube is not a thing of information. It's a thing of entertainment. Entertainment lies. So, when it comes down to it, a lot of the content that you see on YouTube is bullshit at the most. Just like with Twitch. If you're watching a Twitcher, he is not your therapist. He is not your buddy. He is a person who gets paid by the company that he platforms on to entertain the masses. But these people watch this stuff, and here's the psychological problem of it. A lot of these people, they will sit there, they will watch, they will even interact with these people by messaging them, which sometimes is not even the person they're watching. It's an AI bot or an automated system, or even somebody they hired to act like them while messaging back. Yeah, because there's a couple YouTubers that already got in trouble because the person they hired started going off script and saying stuff they really shouldn't be saying. Especially when it comes to social media. Times when that became a major issue with some people. I haven't heard of this situation in a while though, but I remember back in the day, back before, sometime after 2015, I heard a couple stories of this. When I was over the road truck driving, I heard one. Where the one YouTuber wasn't in charge of his Twitter account anymore. He was literally paying someone else to deal with it. And when the situation came up, the person he was paying decided to say fuck it, and he started tweeting stuff that he aligned with, not what the creator was aligned with. And it screwed the creator over majorly and to his fans. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I'm going to continue. Even the stuff you see online is not always real. And the younger generation needs to know that. Not everything is real. And the people you're watching is not always going to be your friend. Because I forget what it's called. But there's a psychological thing. It's almost the same as another word I can't figure out. It's where you're held captive by someone for so long that it becomes normal to you and you don't feel like running away anymore. I forget what that's called. And so it's similar to that, where you watch the same person over and over and over again. You message them you send them messages in the not the comment section. They answer back. You think you become friends with them. Even if you go to their Discord page and become friends with them, they're not, unless they ask you to meet up with them. And sometimes that's not really good. But there's a couple YouTubers and live streamers that probably shouldn't have done that. Not gonna say names, but there's a couple of them in my head right now. And one of them I thought was a good person. One of them I feel like is being a bit overtreated the way he was compared to others. Just because he was part of a group of people that were larger than life, but yet someone else that did the same thing is still just changed their name and now they're still on YouTube. But yet the other person who was tricked can't do anything anymore on either Twitch or YouTube. So yeah, there is a thing in the background that is a bit more fucked up there. I digress that one. Let's just move on. It's where the person watches, talk to them, interact with them to the point where they think they're friends and they can just start they think they can come around in person doing an in-person meetup and just show up and start joking with them like they are online or in their videos. There's a difference between joking online and joking directly into a person's face. I have a bad habit and it goes overboard a lot when I'm doing stupid stuff, and I know this because I have no self-control on certain things, and when it comes to stupidity, I have no self-control over it. I will take jokes too far sometimes. I know I have because I've done it many times and I have apologized many times over it. I'm not going to say exactly what, but just know I've taken jokes too far to the point where I've hurt my friends or done stuff that I have completely regret. So, but you know, a good apology, sit down and hang out quietly, sometimes fixes the problem. Sometimes it doesn't. That's all. I also had a friend that was like that probably should have left a long time ago, but haven't, and he's still a good friend, even though we haven't been talking. So, Mr. Morgan, if you're listening, hi, been a long time. And the time you decided to walk behind a police officer with a cardboard box with your Xbox in it and say, my box is ticking, yeah, I should have punched you in the face for that. Asshole. Or the time you threw a firecracker at my face while I was sleeping. Asshole. Well, I was sleeping in the camper and I just woke up to my brother and him giggling. I just happened to lift my head slightly to the point where I looked up to see a red firecracker lit coming at my face because they panicked and decided to throw it at me for some fucking dumbass reason. But it did give me enough time to... Oh, some pieces missing. Whatever. But it did give me enough time to roll over and put my face into my pillow. And it was like one of those small fireworks. It's the one that come in like, I don't know, 20 thing firework. They unraveled one of them from the thing and lit it. Wasn't no like M80 because if it wasn't M80, I would have beat the shit out of them. Both of them, assholes. But it isn't like I've never done stupid asinine stuff before. I think one of the worst things was we had a friend that worked at McDonald's. He worked a double shift and he didn't get to eat during the double shift. So me and my brother and our cousin and one of our other friends decided, hey, we'll treat our friend. We told him we were picking up him food from McDonald's, which was probably his first indication that he shouldn't have been trusting us. He was complaining to my brother through text that he was hungry and starving. There was nothing at home for him to eat. So we decided to get him, well, some of you might know what this is, a McGangbang. And if you don't know what a McGangbang is, you literally take the McDouble the 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 McChicken and the McDouble. You take either one. You take the top bun off of it. You take the other sandwich. You put it on top of the meat. And then you take the top bun. You put it on top of the other top bun, and you just smush it down, and then you eat it. The McGangbang. Yeah, certain places in the United States, you can actually go to McDonald's and just order it. And they will give you exactly that. A McChicken and a McDouble. They won't make it for you, but they will put the two sandwiches in the bag for you. I do believe there, if you look up online, there's a couple McDonald's that will make it for you. They will just remove one of the top slices. The top piece bread. I haven't had one in a couple years. Next time I go to McDonald's, I'll see if they still have the McDouble and McChicken. It's good though. I'll tell you that. Also, back in the high school years, both of them were under $1, so, or they were exactly $1, so you could get especially when they started doing the dollar every size drink. So you could get those two sandwiches, a small thing of fries, and a drink for less than $5. So yeah, so high school students barely making any money, perfect meal. But no, so we told him we were getting the McGangbang for him, and what we did was we took all of our other wrappers from all of us, we smush it into a burger shape, and we put it inside of one of the other wrappers. We did that the same with the other one. So when he picked it up out of the bag, it looked like two full-size sandwiches until he opened it and a bunch of wrappers falling out. Then we made him walk to our car and get the actual sandwich, which, hindsight, asshole move. He didn't talk for us for a day after that. But yeah, we've done stuff. No one has, put it this way, no one's free of guilt. Everyone has something they are guilty of doing. This whole conversation's been everywhere. But as Malcolm in the Middle song said, life is unfair. Which I forget what song that actually was. I need to edit this and put it out. It is 3:37 in the morning. So yeah. And mother, if you've been listening to this, yeah. I think you understand where I'm coming from this. It's up to the parents' responsibility to deal with the kids' actions until they turn of age so they can deal with it themselves. Because then, if you teach them properly, they know how to deal with it. They know what's right from wrong, hopefully. I will say some kids need that more than others to be taught that. Alright. When it hits 50 minutes of recording, I'm going to stop regardless if I'm done with this or not. So it's official, I bought my tickets for PAX Unplugged. Hopefully this year I remember to bring my camera, which I brought the camera last year, or not last year, but the year before, in 2023. But I was an idiot and forgot the batteries at the hotel on both days. Yeah, not a blogger. Definitely not a blogger. I don't think a real blogger would forget fucking batteries. But yeah, my blog is mostly gonna be recording the uh, convention hall and stuff. I'm gonna hate myself, but I'm buying a selfie stick before we go, so I can put my phone in it and raise it above the crowd. The reason why I'm hating myself because I think selfie sticks are the most useless fucking invention ever made. The most stupidest, useless piece of shit ever made. Can't believe I fucking need to buy one. The problem is, I would just go up to different people at the convention hall and go, "Hey, sell them, promote your product and stuff." But at the same time, I'm a small channel. I don't think anyone would even notice or care I do stuff like that. I'm gonna try because I would love for some of these people to promote their products, because the last time I was there, some of their products were freaking amazing. And I didn't record any of it, so I don't remember any of it. Because I am a forgetful douchebag. Oopsie, I had a button on the keyboard. So yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm also upset because I bought a brand new camera for I think I mentioned this last weekend. But I was half tired then, I'm still half tired now. I was actually more tired last time. But yeah, so I tested out the new camera when I first got it. My phone sounded fine. Went to go record tractor pulls, and it sounds like it's underwater. So the week before the tractor pulls and my nearby me, I'm not going to say here, if you want to go watch them, go find them. Channel is No Farm Farmer. So I don't care. But I'm not going to say it here. In case people don't feel like going to go look, they don't have to. Or they don't care, they don't have to hear it. But I recorded it I recorded the 2-cylinder tractor club, and the footage for it sounded like shit. Sounded like it was underwater. So, before the next tractor pull, I tested out the camera. Tested the microphone in there in different, because it had 3 dials on it. I tested all 3. All of it sounded like shit. I plugged in the old microphone from the old camera. Still sounded like shit. I even went ahead and unplugged the microphone completely just to use the built-in camera microphone. Still sounds like shit. So the process of elimination comes down to this. The internal chip that deals with the sound being brought into the footage is broken. I don't know when or how it broke, but it quit working properly. So now I had to go through YouTube's library of bullshit music to find enough songs to make up for the 2 days of filming. And unfortunately, my filming with this recent tractor pull, I went back to my old camera that doesn't allow me to zoom in and out anymore. Oh yeah. Just bad times all around. Ah shit, I forgot to mention. If you notice the bottom corner next to where the mile per hour and gas and fuel and capacity of the stuff, you'll see my new PNG. It's literally just my logo. I did magic and removed background. Kept the eyes, kept the horn. I had to fix it because the program to do that kind of broke. So I had to fix the horns. And I think the eyes as well. The black in the eyes disappeared along with the background. Oh yeah, I'm going to try to keep it on from now on when I'm doing YouTube recordings. I just need to find different locations for it. Right now, for Farming Simulator, this is fine because, you know, I can have that open and I don't want it in that top corner. I can't have it in any other corners. Whew. Am I done? Hey, I think I'm done. Yep, I'm done. Okay. The next week, harvest. I'll be putting these 2 away, and then I'll time lapse and harvest. But for now, I'm going to end the video. Ooh. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I appreciate it. I have been Blue Devil Red Devil, and if you like what you see and you want to see more of it, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Help my channel grow. And I will see you all in hell. See ya.